Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to my Akim and Akwat out there who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. And today, today's topic, I want to go into just this one thing, but I've seen it in a lot of different avenues. All right, basically, they're normalizing a lot of these wickedness. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to show this video. Okay, I just saw it, I believe today. Today, so let's see it.
Well, Disney's teaching your kids about it, so you should probably pay attention. This is a nice cartoon about teaching kids how to sell their souls to the devil, basically.
Anything you want anyway? To eat my soul? To
Yeah.
rip out my teeth? Are you gonna replace my eyes with baby heads or something?
Just good fun.
Yeesh, kid, relax. All I want is a puppet.
A puppet? What are you playing at?
Everyone loves puppets, and it looks to me like you've got a surplus.
Not everyone.
I don't know, man. Mabel worked really hard on these.
Seems to me one little puppet is a small price to pay to learn all the secrets of the universe. Besides, what's your sister done for you lately? How many times have you sacrificed for her, huh? And when has she
Sacrifice?
ever returned the favor? Tick-tock, kid.
Here,
Just one puppet?
TikTok?
Fine.
No, they're not talking about this app.
So what puppet are you gonna pick anyway?
Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny.
What? What? This can't be happening.
Yeah, it happened. On Disney.
Sorry, kid, but you're...
And now he's possessed by a demon. Yeah. The Disney Channel, guys.
I'm gonna find that journal
Yeah.
before you do, and I'm gonna stop you.
It happens. It be like that sometimes.
If you don't exist.
Oh, so you don't believe in the totality? Oh.
So yeah, that's basically the first one. They show basically the fact that okay, you wanna learn all this stuff. Here's a small price to pay. Here's this. All you do is give me this one little thing. Ultimately, I get for in this case, it was give me your soul. I'm gonna possess you, and then I'm gonna do whatever I want with you, and it's on that triangle thing. And this actually goes into something called predictive programming. Okay, because a lot of the things that we see on TV and whatnot, believe it or not, some of the stuff actually exists. Like what's it called? Remember the Spider-Man Mysterio thing where he was able to make all those illusions seem so real and whatnot. Like that was made real. Okay, like that's actual thing. And there are more stuff that I just can't think of right now. But like I heard a lot of different things is actually they have it. They just didn't put it out in the public so far. Right as of right now. Okay. Another thing is getting further into this. They said this brother made this post. The Simpson isn't prophesying anything. The government own these TV shows and movies. It's called predictive programming, meaning they insert their future agendas in cartoons. Okay, so he has read a bit of it. Okay, the psychology of extraordinary beliefs. I think I messed up my mic. Hold on. Okay, I messed up the socket. Yeah, it's good. The psychology of extraordinary beliefs. Predictive programming. Predictive programming is theory that the government or other higher ups are using fictional movies or books. By the way, this is from Hope 144, YAHAWAH, and the other one was from Ashar 144K. Okay, so definitely go check them out if you want to. But going back in here is predictive programming is a theory that the government or other higher-ups are using fictional movies or books as a mass mind control tool to make the population more accepting of planned future events. This was first described and proposed by Watt, who defines predictive programming as predictive programming is a subtle form of psychological conditioning provided by the media to acquaint the public with planned societal changes to be implemented by our leaders. Okay, so one of the examples to this is the jab. Okay, now the reason why, which brothers and sisters have, Slakia, I don't know why I said that. Brothers have been, talking about that and, warning everyone of that, okay? Saying that the jab was a rehearsal, okay? One of the best descriptive terms to use for that, rehearsal to MOTB. I almost said it, dang. The MOTB, which is, the actual main stage thing. If you got afraid of all the social pushing, the peer pressure saying, oh, you have to do this, be safe and whatnot. If you also got pushed because, oh, you're gonna get fired if you don't take this. If you don't take the thing, you're gonna get fired. Okay, if you fell for that as well, then other aspect. And finally, just thinking that, oh, the so-called science, the science proves that it's better and whatnot. We have to do it because it's a science and whatnot. Again, if you thought that as well, while they were hiding the actual, statistics and molding, the actual data to what they want the public to see, then again, that's once again, just you're a victim of that. Now, finally, okay, you need to understand that with all that being said, the same way that this kid in this show was taken to be a puppet, okay, because it shows that this triangle Illuminati thing, whatever the frick, is he said he was looking for a puppet, and there were literal puppets over in the room, but he went and said, okay, I want a puppet, and he took the boy as a puppet, okay, and in that sense he means like someone that he controls behind the scenes to make them do and say what he wants to do, okay. And now an example of that is influencers, okay, quote unquote influencers, because a lot of these influencers, there are so few influencers or big influencers that are actually against the jab. The only one that I remember of that comes to mind is Nicki Minaj, and you got different influencers from smaller to bigger or whatever just shitting on her. Well, I only knew one influencer that was actually shitting on her, and then the rest were like I think liberals and conservatives or whose what's the word, expertise was like political stuff. So they were getting on her, like basically clowning her and bullying her to stop talking bad about it, okay. And yeah, with that we actually see how many puppets they actually, okay. And then they also took it upon themselves to invite Nicki Minaj to go to the White House so that they can explain to her, which looking back with more information in retrospect, what's his name, with what Kanye basically I guess confirmed, if you want to use that word, how it's a lot more harsh than what people think, okay. So if Kanye, who was threatened by some people to say, oh, you're gonna be a vegetable or whatever if you don't shut up and if you just follow me and do whatever I say. Okay, like this is the type of stuff. Like who's to say that they weren't gonna, if Nicki Minaj went to the White House, they would have done something to her to make her, just say, oh, this isn't the real, like whatever. That's more going into some conspiracy theory that's not fully confirmed or speculation, but overall, it is definitely now we see it as more plausible. Okay, I'm not going to say anything's confirmed in that aspect, but I will say it's more plausible with the information that we now have. Okay, in addition to that, okay, I also want to bring this out because literally every day or every couple of days, I keep on getting on my phone a notification from Twitter saying with whatever bullshit ass tweet that Elon Musk tweets out, and I'm like, I am not following this guy. I'm not following him on any of my Twitter accounts. And then they are making sure that I know that this nigga tweeted, and I need to see it. Okay. Anyway, let's go into this one tweet. Okay. So why did American media go from questioning the state and speaking truth to power to doing their bidding? To be clear, I'm not someone who thinks lots of government agencies should be abolished, maybe a few, but we should always question our institutions as this strengthens the bedrock of democracy. Now, me personally, I don't know, and honestly, I don't care too much on Elon Musk, but I did hear that Twitter allows you to be able to talk about the jab freely. They removed the restriction. They removed the restriction, like I think last month in December or November, one of those two. So you can actually tweet all you want about that, and I just thought it was weird because, it's funny and it's weird that, well, no, it's not. It's not weird because honestly, at the end of the day, let me get that. Satan is divided against himself. Okay. Okay, Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. And YAHAWASHI knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. So, basically, one of the things that, it's me personally, I'll just speak for myself, that I'd never fully comprehended or understood or even took the time to notice was the fact that a lot of times, different Edomites, there are different Edomites. Like there are different Edomites with different belief systems and whatnot. Like one of the biggest, the two main ones are the Edomites that believe in white supremacy and whatnot, and there are those that believe in I guess that whole unity or whatever, like, oh, we can live together with all the different races in harmony. We can live in Babylon as Babylonians together, like that type of stuff. And it's something that I forget and then as a result, I just usually subconsciously group all of them into the same thing. And then when I see some stuff like this, it makes me, it reminds me, like they are not all on one accord, and they are in fact divided. They are not all the same. Okay, now I don't say this to say there are some good heathens and whatnot. I'm only saying that to say I'm just saying that to say be aware that I guess not all are the same. I guess there are different varying levels of wickedness. Okay, and one of those two levels are one that's white. The two levels are white supremacist and white supremacist conservative values. Hating so-called Israelites, hating Israelites in general, and then the other one is, the whole love what you want to love type crap and whatnot. Okay, so that's basically it. They're both not good. Neither of them is good. The only good is Yahawah and those that follow YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. All right. And okay, yeah, another one. Media wants to control what you know, which is why citizen journalism is essential. Twitter is that's that's a shame. I have to admit that a lot of times I do get my news off of Twitter, but that's only because like it's a lot easier, and like I don't have cable television, so I don't go to the news and whatnot. And on YouTube, unless you actively seek out like news, you don't get news. So because I'm not on YouTube like watching the news for like all the time, then I get suggestions from. If you go to YouTube right now on my YouTube channel, not YouTube channel, just YouTube, like, okay, well, there is a bit of news, but it's not like significant, okay? And then you have brothers, different channels and whatnot, but overall, you don't get the news that you actually want to see, which is stuff like, okay, well, war with Ukraine and Russia is going like X, Y, and Z. They're pushing this and whatnot. So, that's just basically the main reason why I'm on Twitter, because apparently, for some reason, Twitter, because of Elon Musk, I guess, he just made Twitter more free to, do it. Okay. And I guess this tweet is the main thing, citizen journalism is essential because the citizen gets to pick what they do a news story on. All right. And okay, yeah, just right quick. Let me get to this, and then I'm gonna go into some precepts. I saw this in someone's thing, in someone's tweets, and I just thought that this is a very unrealistic thing. Speaking as a man, I don't think it, and I could be wrong. Okay, I could be wrong, but I don't think that this is actually real. Okay, the reason why I don't think that is because the masses are in fact brainwashed to believe a certain way. Okay, and with all the whole desensitization, i.e. this and whatnot, and predictive programming, they are you have the citizens doing this job instead. It may seem like this at first, but that's absolutely not always the case. Okay, but again, like I said, I don't think that this is real. I just wanted to add it in because I believe this is definitely an important thing to take note of. Okay. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Okay, so the last thing I really want to get into was the fact that make yourself aware, learn, study to show yourself approved. Okay. Second Timothy chapter 2 verse 15. Study to show thyself approved unto Yahawadah, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Slakia. So yeah, just not just studying the scriptures, but studying what's going on. Okay, me personally, I heard a lot. I learned a lot. You know, watching and brothers and sisters, brothers videos. I don't know why I keep on saying brothers and sisters, but brothers videos. You know, it's very helpful because they not only am I learning about, you know, the scriptures, okay, and what the scriptures say, but the application in it, which is very important. You know, just knowing about what the scriptures say is all fine and all, is all good and all, but there's also, you know, certain things that you can get from information that brothers have actually learned. Okay, and that's what we have prophets for, coming out here and, you know, making these connections and informing us on what's what. Okay, this is why you know, watching other brothers videos is definitely important. You should incorporate that into your free time, okay, into your study time. All right, with the brothers, and I've seen and heard a lot of different brothers, you know, do a lot of great breakdowns and, you know, showing a lot of stuff. Okay, it's a huge pool of information. All right. But with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto Yahawah, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, BaHashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And with that, I want to say Shalom.